Hey girl, hey. This is an inspired look by the beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, the fancy one on TikTok. She takes my breath away. She really looks like a fairy deer. Like, this is the inspired look. I had fun. I'm ready for summer. But this is to prepare you for summertime. I love this look. I love black women wearing bright colors, the bright lipsticks that they told us we couldn't wear because we look so good in it. The wig is the Letitia wig by Sentinel. I believe that's it. The link will be down in the description. Oh, this is so fun. I feel like I'm definitely ready for summertime. Yeah, that's the vibe it's getting. I'm going to be using the Juvia's Space palette in the Orlori 2. These pretty colors. And I'll circle the colors that I'll be using today. But of course, my tried and true, because it has so many neutrals in it, I'm going to be using the dark Renaissance palette by Glam Goth Beauty. And so for my brows, I'm keeping it simple. I'm going to be using the Renaissance palette for my brows because I plan on putting on a wig with bangs. You ain't gonna see me on. There we go. It really doesn't matter because it's going under a wig. Next, I'm just going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Since I am using a blue, colorful look, I'm just going to take that concealer down into my eye. I like to brush the outer edge out first, then blend closer to the brow. I'm going to take this powder, which is just a Revlon Color Stay powder. It's supposed to be in deep. And just tap that all over the brow with the same brush. Just so it's not too, just to set that. I'll put what it is on the screen. Just taking some of that skin powder and connecting my brows to my nose bridge. I haven't done any foundation yet. Just for my natural transition, and I'm gonna do that same thing right here for a transition color. I'm gonna take a little bit of Sinister Chapel in Morbid Lisa from the Dark Renaissance palette. There we go, there we go, there we go. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Architecture and go right over top of that. Then it's like a reddish, bright brick color. Just right there. I literally just tap it. So it goes from concealer color, like a reddish or whatever you use for that first transition color, technically third, and then it goes darker, and then it hits the color. I'm going in with my e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. And so we're done going into this and just tapping that. We're placing. So I want it to be, normally my eye goes out. I kind of want to keep it cute. So tapping just to place it. Start with a little because you can always build. So I like to tap a few times, like 3 or 4. And I'm just placing. I'm not blending. And then you can start to go in just lightly. I'm lightly, starting off lightly it's easier to control. And now I'm kind of curving inward. Now I'm kind of making a C shape. Well, not a C shape, more of a V, wide V going out a little bit and then in. It's kind of a mini cat eye, not as wild as I normally do because my makeup can get very bold. And I'm taking that blue above my eyelid. So just slightly above. I'm going in for more. And now I'm tapping and blending. Of course, you can always use a regular eyeshadow brush for even the outer corner, but I like the fluffy brush. So now I'm going back. Now that I have that blended out, I'm tapping maybe 4 or 5 times, and I'm just tapping here, not blending, because I want that color to be a little bit more saturated on the outside. There we go. Taking the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, going in with that lighter, less shimmery blue. Blending that into the outer corner a little. Going back in with the fluffy brush to blend those two together lightly. Let's keep taking that on the lid. Now I'm going in with that icy blue on the inner corner to blend into that other blue. I'm kind of feeling her. And going a little above the crease. I mean, not the crease, but the fold. And going back in with that first shimmery blue. And just taking that in and blending all those together. I'm feeling them. Going in with a pencil brush, and I'm going to take the icy blue. She looking really icy. And go right here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Taking that blue that we used on the outer corner to go under. Oop. And you're going to take that and put that in here. That's okay. Going back with my transition colors, taking Morbid Lisa Sinister Chapel on the same brush and go to blend that out. I want it to be a little smoky. And on top, taking those same two colors. I definitely almost did too much. And that's just not what I was going for today. So if you ever mess up, you can take a makeup wipe or even go in with your foundation or powder and just correct it that way. I'm just going to blend that out. Take a little bit of Architorture, just right, because blending all that together kind of lost some of those transition colors. So you gotta make a face to make sure you Rule of thumb, if you don't have multiple brushes, get you a good old paper towel and get the lightly wiping. If you're only doing face every once in a while, there's no point in you having 162 brushes, to be completely honest. So we're just gonna lightly brush, sweep back and forth those edges just so that they're all blended together. Nothing on it, nothing on the brush. There we go. She's not extra enough, so I'm going back in with that silver color and placing her here and her. And I think I'm done with that. I'm taking paper towel and my finger, taking some of my, what is this called? I'll put it on the screen, I can't remember. And just going in with the, lightly, you don't want to rub the skin too hard. Toner. Life with ADHD, everybody. Now you can always make your own makeup wipes. You can take a container with some paper towels, like some Bounty. I like the thicker paper towels for that. And you can take some toner, pour it all in the container, make sure it snaps closed and it soaks up. You can just pull them out and use them like that. And there you go. Easy peasy. And I noticed that some makeup wipes have alcohol in it. They tend to dry my skin out. So I'd rather go in with my own toner that I already use. So going back. So you can redo, you know, if you haven't already done skin, you can redo your moisturizer just right there. And your primer. A little bit more of that blue. And I'm tapping. Just tapping. Brush. It can have nothing on it, or it can have like a skin powder on it. Go there. Right under to blur that out. Now liner. If you're doing clients, which I have, I take my hand sanitizer or go wash my hands if I, close enough to a sink. For liner, I'm using the Precision Liquid Eyeliner by e.l.f. in Blackity Black. That's not what it says, but. And for the liner, I like to just wipe this off. I'll zoom in. And you can start the outer corner, whichever you prefer. I'm doing the little wing today, which is a shocker. And I like to use my pinky if you really need it. So, the more you do it, the easier it gets. But you can use your pinky. You can do short strokes. Or if you know what you're doing. And then you can just go ahead and fill it all in. I love the felt tip pens too. I think e.l.f. has one or NYX. Those in black work really good if you don't have a steady hand. Neutrogena kohl liner right in here. And you just want to lightly pull down. And if you're doing clients, have them look up so that you're not pulling too hard on their skin, because the eye around the skin is so thin. And you don't want to cause any premature aging with the constant pulling. I think I'm not going to do lashes today. I'm using the Maybelline Falsies. I remember when they came out with this Falsies. I think they premiered it on like Top Model or something. Me and my friends were addicted, and my mama. And this is in very black. Mascara. For mascara, so you want to wipe off the brush. Start at the base. I like to wiggle. You can coat first and then start to shape it. But I like to wiggle. I like to separate as I go. So you place it, go up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Or you can take the back because it has a curved brush and wipe off some of that excess. Essentially, that's what you're doing. Breaking them up so they don't get clumped together. Bottom lashes, same thing. I like to use the back, coat, a bit more blue right there. I'm doing face concealer, same concealer we used over the brow. Taking a brighter color, and this is pure beige. I want a little pop. Taking the face taper brush. I like to blend my concealer out really well because I don't want that harsh look, but I do want that that you know what I mean. I want that look. So I love blending with brushes. Brushes just, maybe because I grew up with, I don't know what it is, but the brushes, tapping, oh, it just comes out so pretty. I don't know what it is. Oh. Taking a face round brush. I want to set that under eye. And I do like to take a lighter powder because I end up going over it with my face powder. And I like to just press that in there. Just not all the way out, but just right under the eye. There you go. Pressing. I like to press and tap. Now you can buffer. Everybody has their own techniques. Here you go. Fluffy brush from e.l.f. Total Face Brush. Face powder. This is the Glam Golf Beauty brush. Love this brush. I love how it comes to a point. I'm going to go into a little bit of chisel and go here with it. And down here. Flip that brush over. I like to do it head on. Here we go. So you can see how it looks. And brush it up. Chisel. And go under here. I like to define my second chin. What am I going to use for a brush? Don't feel like looking for my makeup brushes. I mean my blush or my eyeshadow palettes because they're all packed up. So I'm going to take this black Radiance lipstick in 5004 and just go here with it. Cream blush ain't nothing but a lipstick. That's what my mama used to use. Just here. I don't smile because when I smile my cheeks, and I don't want to look like we're having a holly jolly Christmas. I just want to you can take whatever pink. I'm feeling pink. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more. So head on. I like to go there. And tap, 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 tappity tap. And kind of sweeping a little bit into your bronzer. Because I want it to be more of a natural blush. I don't want it to be too harsh. So the key is to blend it out. And, you know, then you can sweep it. And that is half the look. I'm going to let my battery charge and come back. Do lips. That's the first time. Okay. You know, so this is the Letitia wig. I'm going to get 5 or 6 of these because this wig cannot be done wrong. It was long. I cut it short. It looks good with a like middle part. It looks like good with a side part. It looks good with a bang. Like, and I just pulled it down and cut it to right about here. Hi, Miss Nosy. Hi. How you doing? You coming over? No? Alright, bye. Cousin's dog popped in to be nosy. I'm taking this little pencil, just taking a shadow. So I'm using, I said that before, Black Radiance 5004. Well, this is the look so far. She has some really cute little white dots going on around her eye, and I'm going to see if this pencil works. I didn't have one, but my cousin bought me the NYX retractable liner in white. Of course, hers looked better. I think she may have used a liquid liner. Okay, so this works when you push it in a little bit more. I've always loved freckles. I went to school with a girl who had freckles, and they were like literally all over her like face. I think I was in elementary school. I think I may have went overboard. I think I was in elementary school, and I used to just stare at her because of her freckles. Because they were so, well, she knew. I told her that I thought her freckles were pretty. I don't just stare at people. I wasn't raised to just stare at people like some people were. I used to always tell her how pretty her freckles were, and I hope she's still, I hope she's doing well. And this is pretty much the Inspired look. That's definitely heavy on the Inspired because she had more freckles, and hers over her eye looked, oh, it looks so pretty. But I love it. I really love, I haven't done a blue look. It's been a few years. So that is it. We fix this bang, and there you go. It's the final look inspired by. All of the products will be down in the description box. This is it. Thank you so much to that beauty on TikTok. I love all of your makeup looks. I'm definitely going to be trying another one because they are stunning. They are so pretty. And I actually do like this without a lash. I would have loved the cute little natural lash, but this is actually just pretty by itself. I do wish I had a flower crown the way that she does. Oh, that would have tipped it off. It really would have. So go on. I'll play around with Miss Letitia. Go watch the next video. Admire this look. Oh, this is so fun. I feel like I'm definitely ready for summertime. Yeah, that's the vibe it's getting. Go watch the next one.